Hello everyone, this is Julia from vegalinka.com. Welcome back to my kitchen. We eat a lot of pasta in our house and we all know that pasta is nothing without a good sauce. And today we will be making Bolognese sauce. Over the years, I've tweaked this recipe so many times, and the last one came a year ago when I attended a cooking class in Italy, and I think this version is absolutely the best. This recipe takes a little bit of time to cook, 2.5 hours, but all of this time, or most of this time, is just sauce bubbling away on your stove. It takes a little bit of time, but it does taste so much better than sauces that made in 20 or 30 minutes. But let's start and I'll show you exactly how I do this. Celery, carrots, and onion make the base of every Bolognese sauce. I also add a little bit of garlic, although it is not very Italian, and every proper Italian cook will tell you that they don't actually cook with a lot of garlic. But I like the taste and that's how I do it. Years ago, when I first started making this sauce, I would start by chopping all of my vegetables by hand. And because you need to cut them in very small dice, it would take me about 20 minutes to prepare. And then I realized I don't actually have to do this. I could just use my food processor and it's just as good, and it takes maybe 2 minutes, no more. Finely chopped carrots, onions, and celery are called sofrito in Italian, and they make up the base of many sauces, soups, and stews. Heat the olive oil in a pot. Sauté the vegetables over medium heat until they are tender. So this stage is going to take maybe between 7 and 10 minutes over medium heat. We want to sauté the vegetables to get all the flavor out of them. We're not looking to brown them. They will be just slightly caramelized towards the end. But once you see that, they're done. Just stir them once in a while. So next we'll be adding our ground beef and a couple of herbs. Just break it up with a spoon. So I just added oregano, salt, and some fresh basil. If you don't have fresh basil, you can definitely use dried basil, but whenever I have fresh, I prefer to use it because it's just so fragrant, gives so much flavor, but that's not necessary. Okay, now that we're done, we're gonna add chopped tomatoes and crushed tomatoes. The combination of two just perfect. Stir it up. And what I usually do, I just add a little bit of water into the can just to kind of wash it out. It's 1 cup, and then I just add it in the pot. So now we're just gonna wait until it comes to a boil. So once you see little bubbles, when it comes to a boil, just lower the heat to low. Put a lid on and let it simmer for 2 hours to 2.5 hours. Maybe every 30 minutes come and give it a little stir so it doesn't burn. But other than that, you're done. You just have it in the back and it's doing its own work, and you can do other things. So now this has been cooking for 2.5 hours. And you can tell that the sauce is done because it's deeply red color and it's really thick. The tomatoes kind of fell apart and became a part of the sauce, and all it is left to do is just to taste it and see if it needs anything. Sometimes you need to add salt, and sometimes you actually need to add a pinch of sugar, and then it's ready to serve. We love this sauce so much because it is so versatile. You could use it with spaghetti, as it is known. You could also use it in pasta bakes or in a lasagna. So make it once, freeze some for later, and you can have a meal whenever you don't feel like cooking. And here we go, just one more tip before we finish. In North America, sauces are always served on top of pasta, but that's not actually how Italians do it. They like to mix sauce with the pasta. This way, the pasta gets dressed, it gets infused with the sauce, and it just tastes so much better. I hope you enjoy my version of the Bolognese sauce, and if you do, subscribe to our channel.